Most men believe attraction is about being good, respectful, and consistent. They think if they say the right things, show enough care, and prove their intentions, desire will naturally follow. But here is the uncomfortable truth. That belief is exactly what is holding you back. You are not failing because you are not enough. You are failing because you have been taught to play a game that does not create desire in the first place. Think about it. How many times have you done everything right, said everything right, and still felt her interest slowly fade? Meanwhile, another man who seems less invested, less predictable, even less perfect, somehow captures her attention without effort. That contradiction is not random. It reveals something deeper about how desire actually works. What women say they want often sounds safe, logical, and comforting, but what they respond to emotionally tells a completely different story. And that gap between words and reactions is where most men get lost. There are 5 brutal truths behind this pattern, and most men will never accept them. And once you see them clearly, you will realize attraction was never about effort, but about understanding forces most people refuse to question deeply. Attraction feels unpredictable when you're inside it, like something that appears and disappears without warning. One moment she's engaged, curious, leaning in, and the next, distant, cold, almost uninterested. Most men interpret this as emotional chaos, as if desire is random or impossible to understand. But that assumption is where the confusion begins, because attraction is not random. It follows patterns, quiet, consistent, and deeply rooted in human psychology. If you step back and observe instead of react, you start to notice something. The moments where attraction rises are rarely the ones where everything feels safe and certain. It's not when every message is predictable, every intention is obvious, and every outcome is guaranteed. In fact, those moments often create the opposite effect. Desire doesn't grow in comfort alone. It grows in tension, in the space between certainty and doubt, in the emotional contrast that keeps someone thinking, questioning, and feeling. This is why men who focus only on being stable, agreeable, and consistently available often find themselves overlooked. Not because those traits are wrong, but because they are incomplete. They remove the very elements that make attraction come alive. And without realizing it, they turn connection into something flat, something expected, something that no longer stimulates curiosity. So instead of seeing attraction as something mysterious, you need to start seeing it as a system, a set of underlying forces that, once understood, explain almost every confusing experience you've had. And that's exactly what we're about to break down. 5 brutal truths that reveal what actually drives desire beneath the surface, whether people admit it or not. The first truth most men struggle to accept is this: desire does not grow in certainty, it grows in uncertainty. Not confusion, not chaos, but that subtle space where things are not fully predictable. Because the moment everything about you becomes obvious, something inside her stops leaning forward. There is nothing left to wonder about, nothing left to feel curious about, and without that curiosity, attraction slowly fades into the background. Look at how most men approach this. They respond instantly to every message. They make their intentions clear too early. They become available at all times, thinking consistency will build attraction. But what it often builds instead is emotional flatness. If she already knows what you will say, when you will say it, and how you will react, there is no tension left. And without tension, there is no emotional spark. You have probably experienced this without realizing it. The more you tried to show interest, the less she seemed to feel it. The more available you became, the less she reached out. And it leaves you wondering what changed, when in reality, nothing changed except the disappearance of uncertainty. This does not mean playing games or becoming manipulative. That is where most people misunderstand this idea. Uncertainty is not about controlling someone else. It is about not overexposing yourself. It is about allowing space for her emotions to move instead of giving her everything up front. When your attention is not constant, it becomes noticeable. When your responses are not predictable, they become engaging. When your presence is not guaranteed, it becomes valuable. Attraction is not built on knowing everything. It is built on wanting to know more. And the moment you remove that feeling, no matter how good your intentions are, you quietly remove the very thing that keeps desire alive. The second truth is even harder to accept because it challenges something you've been told your entire life. Being logical, stable, and doing the right thing should make you more attractive. But desire does not operate on logic. It doesn't reward correctness. It responds to feeling. And feelings are not built through predictability alone. They are built through intensity. Think about the people you remember the most. It's rarely the ones who were perfectly consistent and easy to understand. It's the ones who made you feel something stronger, anticipation, excitement, even a little tension. The same applies here. A man can be reliable, respectful, and emotionally stable, and still fail to create desire if he never creates emotional impact. This is where the contrast becomes clear. The safe man focuses on avoiding mistakes. He filters his words, plays it careful, tries to maintain a smooth and steady connection. But in doing so, he removes the emotional spikes that make interactions memorable. On the other side, the emotionally stimulating man is not reckless, but he is expressive, unpredictable in small ways, and unafraid to create moments that break the pattern. He challenges, teases, withdraws slightly, and re-engages, and those shifts create a rhythm that keeps emotions active. There is a reason people often ask why men with obvious flaws still generate strong attraction. It's not the flaws themselves, it's the emotional intensity surrounding them. Intensity creates dopamine spikes, and dopamine is what makes experiences stick. When interactions feel flat, they are forgotten. When they feel dynamic, they are replayed in the mind. So the question is not whether you are doing things right. The real question is whether she feels something when she interacts with you. Because attraction doesn't grow from being correct. It grows from being felt. The third truth cuts deeper than most men expect because it targets something that feels natural, giving attention, giving praise, showing appreciation. On the surface, it seems harmless, even positive. But when validation is given too freely, it begins to lose its impact, and more importantly, it quietly lowers how your presence is perceived. Think about how value works in any part of life. The more available something is, the less people feel the need to earn it. The same principle applies here. When you constantly compliment her, constantly reassure her, constantly show interest without any filter, it stops feeling special. It becomes expected. And once something becomes expected, it no longer creates emotional movement. This is where many men unknowingly shift the dynamic against themselves. They chase, they over-explain, they try to prove their worth through words, but instead of increasing attraction, it signals something else entirely. It signals that you are seeking approval rather than offering it. And the moment that shift happens, the balance of value changes. You've probably seen this before. The more you invest, the less she seems to. The more you validate, the less she reacts. It feels confusing, even unfair, but it follows a clear pattern. When validation is not earned, it carries no weight. When attention is constant, it stops being noticed. This doesn't mean becoming cold or withholding for the sake of it. It means being selective. It means allowing your attention to have standards, allowing your words to carry intention. When validation is given with discernment, it feels different. It feels meaningful. And that difference is what restores its power. Attraction is not built on giving more. It is built on giving value that feels rare enough to matter. The fourth truth is where everything begins to shift internally, because it has less to do with what you do and more to do with who you are. Detachment is often misunderstood as coldness, distance, or lack of care. But real detachment is none of those things. It is the ability to remain grounded, steady, and unaffected by outcomes you cannot control. And that state alone changes how you are perceived. When a man becomes emotionally dependent on a specific outcome, whether it is a reply, approval, or commitment, his behavior subtly changes. He overthinks, he reacts quickly, he adjusts himself to maintain connection. Even if he tries to hide it, that underlying need is felt, And neediness, no matter how small, reduces attraction because it signals that your emotional state is being controlled by someone else. Now compare that to a man who is engaged, present, but not attached to the result. He can enjoy the interaction without needing it to go a certain way. He can take a step back without anxiety, respond without urgency, and walk away without hesitation if the energy shifts. That kind of presence feels different. It feels stable, but not dependent. Interested, but not invested in a way that weakens him. You see this in small moments. Not replying instantly because you are genuinely occupied, not reacting emotionally when something feels off, not chasing when the energy drops. These are not tactics. They are reflections of inner control. And that control creates a quiet sense of power. Because when someone realizes that your attention is not guaranteed, that your emotions are not easily influenced, something changes. There is a subtle awareness that you are not easily held or controlled. And that awareness introduces a fear of loss, a recognition that your presence is something that can be missed. Detachment does not push people away. It reveals your strength. And in doing so, it creates a form of attraction that is built on respect, not dependency. The fifth truth is the one most men feel, but rarely put into words. Desire is not rooted in love, it is rooted in respect. Love can exist in comfort, in familiarity, even in routine. But attraction needs something stronger. It needs a sense that the person in front of you cannot be easily compromised, negotiated, or lowered. This is where many men lose without realizing it. They tolerate small signs of disrespect, thinking patience will fix it. They ignore changes in tone, excuses, inconsistency, believing that if they stay calm and understanding, things will return to how they were. But every time you accept less than your standard, something shifts, not just in how she sees you, but in how you carry yourself. Respect is not built through words. It is built through what you allow and what you refuse to accept. When a man has no clear boundaries, no line that cannot be crossed, his presence becomes flexible. And flexibility, when it comes to self-respect, weakens attraction. Because if you do not value your own time, attention, and energy, there is no reason for anyone else to value it either. You can see this in real situations. The man who keeps texting after being ignored, the one who explains himself after being dismissed, the one who stays even when the effort is not returned. He may care deeply, but that care is not creating desire. It is slowly removing the very thing that fuels it. Attraction grows when there is a sense of structure, of standards that are felt without being constantly explained. When your presence communicates that not everyone gets access to you, not everyone keeps you, that is where desire begins to anchor itself. It is not about pleasing more. It is about standing in a way that makes your presence mean something. When you step back and look at these truths together, you begin to see something most men miss entirely. These are not isolated ideas or random behaviors you can switch on and off. They form a single system, each part reinforcing the other. Uncertainty creates curiosity. Emotional intensity keeps that curiosity alive. Selective validation preserves your value. Detachment protects your position, and respect anchors everything in place. If even one of these is missing, the dynamic begins to weaken. You can create excitement, but without boundaries, it fades. You can hold your standards, but without emotional depth, it feels empty. You can avoid chasing, but without uncertainty, it becomes predictable again. Everything is connected, and that connection is what makes attraction feel consistent rather than confusing. Most men focus on surface-level actions. They try to copy behaviors without understanding why those behaviors work. They text less, but still feel anxious. They try to act confident, but still seek approval underneath. And that disconnect is always felt. Because attraction is not responding to what you do on the surface, it is responding to the deeper patterns behind it. Once you understand this, the confusion starts to disappear. What once felt unpredictable begins to make sense. And instead of reacting to every situation, you start seeing the structure beneath it, the quiet logic that was always there. At this point, this is no longer just information. It is a shift in how you see everything. Because once you understand these patterns, You cannot go back to reacting the way you used to. You start noticing the small details most men overlook. The pauses, the changes in tone, the moments where attraction rises and falls. What once felt confusing now feels predictable, almost obvious. And this is where the real difference begins. The average man continues to chase clarity through words. He listens to what is said, tries to fix things, tries to adjust himself to keep the connection alive. But the man who understands no longer depends on what is said. He watches what is felt. He reads the emotional movement beneath the surface, and because of that, he moves differently. He does not rush to fill silence. He does not seek constant reassurance. He does not give his attention in a way that needs to be validated. There is a quiet control in how he shows up, not forced, not performed, but natural. And that control comes from understanding, not from trying to impress. Most men will hear these ideas and still go back to their old patterns. Not because they are incapable, but because changing how you think is harder than changing what you do. It requires letting go of habits that once felt safe. But if you stay with this, if you truly internalize it, something shifts in your identity. You stop being the man who hopes things will work, and you become the man who understands why they do or don't. And that difference changes everything. Now, this is where everything becomes real, because understanding means nothing if it doesn't change how you move. Most men will watch this, agree with it, even feel it deeply for a moment, and then go back to chasing, overthinking, and seeking approval the next time they feel uncertain. Not because they didn't understand, but because they never made a decision. So make one now, not later, not when it's convenient, but here. Decide that you will no longer trade your self-respect for temporary attention. Decide that your value will not depend on someone else's response. And most importantly, decide that you will move with awareness, not reaction. Say it to yourself, and if you mean it, say it where it becomes real. I choose self-respect over approval. Because the moment you commit to that, something shifts. You stop being part of the group that hopes things will change, and you step into the one that creates change from within. Most men won't do this, but you already know that.